Lads, the body you want, the life you want, the freedom you want is not going to come from wishful thinking. It comes from disciplined, relentless action at an actual proven system. Definitely not the one school has taught you. So this video, I'm going to teach you how to unfuck your life based on all the belief systems that school has embedded into your mind to make you fucking lose. So you can actually win at life. So the first thing we're going to do, guys, is address some of the very concerning ways why the school system is absolutely appalling. So just to summarize this, guys, I'm not going to spend too long here because we already know this, right? That's why we're watching this video. We already know it's fucked up your life, but I'm going to tell you why briefly. Children are sent to school to memorize, get grades, and glamorize becoming an employee. Oh my God, you got an A. That means you get to work there. Wow. And not to learn how to get the life they want. Nowhere in school does it teach you how to actually set a goal and achieve it. Grades cannot be converted into material or spiritual needs of a human's life. It's literally an indoctrination camp. Tell me one thing you want. Oh, that villa you want. That apartment you want in Dubai. Oh, the life you want where you just travel all year round. Doesn't teach you how to get women. What is the purpose of humanity? For one, it's reproduction. It doesn't teach you how to do that. It doesn't teach you how to become resourceful. It doesn't teach you how to get any material, which is the only thing that matters on the planet. The only reason we are on this planet is to become resourceful and is to get a woman and be resourceful for our family. And it makes us fail at exactly that. And it actually makes you a little estrogenic little bitch. And that's another talk completely. That's another video, masculine and femininity. But it's fucked. It teaches you how to memorize facts instead of teaching you how to use your own mind. So all they do is they just cram as much bullshit that doesn't even matter into your mind. Your mind's full of all this shit and it's made it all hard. And you're like, fuck, I've got all this bullshit in my head. I can't even think straight. I can't even laterally think. And it makes you have this huge perception that, oh my God, how much must I have to memorize if I want to achieve this life? You got to memorize absolutely fucking nothing, guys. It does not teach you how to use knowledge in practical affairs of life, like how to actually be valuable in society and become resourceful, i.e. accumulate wealth. Like we just talked about. It does not teach you that. What is any other purpose on the planet other than building a great relationship with the best partner you can find and being resourceful for them? It does not teach the importance of purpose or make any attempt to teach you how to become a driven, definitive motherfucker that actually achieves goals. It does quite the opposite. It slows you down. It makes you think small. You need relentless drive, discipline, a proven system. And none of that it does. It gives you a bullshit system to keep you stuck by people that don't even know how to do what you want to do. It teaches you the wrong definition of failing, which is horrendous. We're going to talk about that shortly. And it teaches you that the wrong definition of failing is bad. It teaches you to be a slave. And guys, not going to lie, being a slave is worse than dying. You are signing 60 years, 30 years, like 50, 60 years of your life away to be a slave, to sit there every day and go, okay, I'll do what you say. Okay. Whatever comes on the news. Okay. Whatever the boss says at work. Okay. Guys, you've got one lifetime. Don't sign it away. I've been in this position, guys. I've been exactly where you are. And it's got to be agitating you so fucking much. At least I'm here to fucking save the day, boys, because this video is exactly what I needed back in the day. And as we know, there's hundreds more, all the same vibe. Basically, it's a load of fucking BS. I don't want to waste more time talking about the negative stuff. We know it's negative. Let's go. So this is what you actually need. Pen and paper out, boys. Let's fucking get this noted, right? Let's get this bedded in. So this is what you really need to succeed. Number one, learn from people who have actually got what you want out of life. i.e., they don't have a horrendous body, they don't drive a Toyota, they don't have a lifetime mortgage on a fucking little grotty estate, and they don't have a prescription to handle their depression because they think life's hard. That's the reality of most fucking idiot teachers. Now, there are some great teachers on the planet that dreamt of being teachers, and, you know, God save them people, because, like, that's someone following their dream. But 99% of teachers, it weren't their dream. They just don't know how to do anything. It's a load of BS, right? They're hating their life. And they have nothing that you want. If you're watching this video, you are a guy that is a driven motherfucker, that your conscience has this spark just telling you, look, you might not be where you want to be yet, but you've got something great in you. You feel like you're a bit of a specimen, you're different. What teacher had anything you wanted? None of them. So you have to ignore, we have to unlearn everything they said. You have to refine everything into blueprints, proven systems, where you can learn by doing and then refining whilst working within the blueprint. This is what we do with all of our CEO clients, okay? We have proven blueprints that we go, right, this is your blueprint. You're running with this. And then our clients go away when they're working on the business. They hit the blueprints, which is the framework for success. And then we go deeper down the rabbit holes of every single thing within the blueprint. But you can't go deeper down the rabbit holes to succeed unless you're actually doing, practically applying. Fail forward, fail fast, which is the next thing we talk about. Use the blueprints in practical life situations, using your own mind to solve problems. And also masterminding, problem solving with communities. Using your own mind to solve the problems, fail forward, fail fast, then have awareness, improve what's gone wrong, then have the pattern recognition to recognize it in the future, and that's how you become a pro. No one is where you want to be right now by just being the fucking gift the gaff and being an absolute G when they were born. Don't know if any of you guys have seen me 3, 4, 5, 6 years ago. Awful. Some lanky, spotty loser kid who was the guy who weren't going to do anything, right? Now I'm out here living in Dubai, can do whatever I want, don't earn over 20k in a day, and to me that's still nothing. Like, I'm not even 1% in my life. Like, the more you know, the less you realize you really know. It's crazy. And there's guys, you know, back at home, and I'm not taking anything away from you guys, I've been there, but you might be earning 2, 3, 4, 5, 6k a month in a salary. Society's there telling you, yeah, it's good, but it's not where you want to be, so it's not good. And there's a lot of people in that situation who think they know it all, and they're thinking they've won before they've won. The guys who are where you want to be have so much humility. They're so curious to learn, and that's another thing that separates them. Be taught what opportunities look like and how to take action on them. This is so important. School does not teach you this. You need to understand what real opportunities look like. It actually teaches you to fear growth. Okay, so like most people get in front of a great opportunity, i.e. in front of someone that's actually where they want to be, and they fear taking it. They don't take action on them. They move so slowly. They think, I need to think about it with the mind that got me to failing so far. You always have to think in the future. You have to think from the version of you that has the results. Or if you can't feel like you can do that, think about how the guy got to where he is, where you'd like to be in a reciprocal version. What decision would he have made there, right? And how would have he taken this opportunity? You need to be taught how to utilize your resources for growth. Now, what are resources? Okay, you've got time, you've got energy, and you've got money, all right? School does not teach you how to use these, okay? When it comes to time, you need to understand and learn. Again, we do this very, very intensely with our CEO guys. We need to prioritize what tasks need to be done in what order, at what ratios, and in what depth, based on their leverage. Okay, you are not getting more hours in a day than anybody else. Successful people don't have more than you. They just understand the word leverage, and they understand what's going to give people a bigger return. Prioritize tasks based on leverage. You don't get taught that. You need to know that in depth. You need to know methods on how to gain energy. And you also need to know preventatives from losing energy. You could lose energy by having a conversation with a fucking idiot. You could lose energy by being in a bad environment. You could lose energy by eating a high sugary food. Methods to gain energy: having conversations with high performers that raise your frequency. Training, eating high quality whole foods. Learning, growth, fulfillment, purpose. You get taught the complete opposite in school. You also need to know how to invest in yourself with your time, energy, and money. Because people invest on themselves, they spend on themselves, they waste on themselves. Alcohol, booze, vices, vapes, festivals. When in fact you need to be investing in you. And then even people like, oh yeah, I earn a few grand a month, so I'm going to get in crypto. I earn a few grand a month, so I'm going to try and do some trading. You're trading fucking pennies. You might invest in real estate and crypto maybe when you're doing multi 6 figures, 7 figures a month, but before that it's absolutely pointless. Your biggest asset is you, right? It's like, guys, people ask me, Tom, what's your take on saving? I'm like, why the fuck do I save? I don't consciously save. Anything I want, I will get it if it's making me better or I want it, right? But nothing that's a vice, nothing that sends me backwards, anything that moves me forwards, I'm getting it. But I don't save. My bank account just goes up because I know how money works. I know how value works. I know how to serve people. Okay, I know how to change lives. Like, that's how you earn money. But like, imagine this. I was earning 2,000 a month, okay? Back in, let's say, 2020. And I said, I'm going to save £100 a month, right? Oh, great. So that means that in 4 years, 100 times 48, I've now saved 4,800, and that's if my car didn't break down and I needed to get it repaired. So basically, I'm nowhere any better. Or I invest in myself and I spend hundreds. I spend pretty much all my income at the very start in myself, in coaches, in mentors, in books, in courses, all this stuff to actually build up my body, my mind, my skill sets, my knowledge, my mindset to actually do the work to where you can go and earn over £20,000 in one day. And like I said, guys, that's absolutely fucking nothing. I have the humility to say that I've done absolutely nothing when it comes to my potential. I don't even think I'm 0.1% in my potential. Okay? It's all about understanding how to invest in yourself. You don't get taught to do that. You get taught to pay bills. You also need to know that you've got to give in order to receive. Most people just want to receive. I want more money. I want a bigger salary. I want this. You're getting fucking nothing. You're wasting your whole life. You need to understand how to become the best version of yourself, how to become valuable, what value is required, and how you can serve that value to other people. And then also you need to know how to give at leverage in an industry, in any industry, right? The systems I have in my life, I can apply to any industry. I've got 2 more businesses coming on the way very shortly. And all my systems apply. You've just got to understand how the game works, okay? In any industry, in order to earn so much money, you can't even count how fast it comes in. Relationship with yourself. You don't get taught about it. You need to know. This is what really matters. You need to understand proper eating. You need to know what foods to eat, what foods not to eat. No, nothing at all processed. No seed oils. You need to know your fucking macros. The fact that if you're watching this video and you don't know your macros, I love you, bro, but it's fucking retarded. Don't think you're intelligent for earning a few grand a month, right? Don't think you're intelligent for earning 100 grand a month if you don't even know how to fucking hit your macros and feed your body correctly, right? The number one thing, learn how to fuel and build your body. Build your best body. Lose the body fat. Build the muscle. Actually be someone you respect and other people respect. Otherwise, nothing is going to happen. You need to understand how to literally optimize your health to the highest level. That's going to be key when it comes back to your resources, which are energy. I'm so intentional. If I feel like I have a crash at a certain point in my day, I'm like, there is no way I'm going to let that happen again, because I'm going to optimize something different within my nutrition or within my day, within my routine to make that not happen, because most of you guys still don't have a time issue. You've got an energy issue, and you've got a knowledge and skills issue, which is absolutely fine because all of this can be improved. There is no difference between me, no difference between you, no difference between him over there. We're all the same. It's just our habits and our beliefs. And you also need to build your mental strength and resilience, the anti of what school teaches you. You need to understand the power of human nature and your biological purpose on the planet and how to actually leverage that to be a savage, driven motherfucker. And guys, that's reproduction. We talked about this not too long ago. You are on this planet. You're an animal. You're a man, which is at nature ultra competitive to beat every other man physically, mentally, whether it's in battle, whether it's catching more fucking bulls to drag back and then have the biggest cave and fight another guy for the biggest cave and get the best woman or women and have the most kids and build your legacy and build an empire. That's human nature, but they've dragged every ounce out of you, and now you're comparing yourself to failures around you thinking that you're competitive. Like, oh yeah, I earn 4 or 5 grand a month. I'm doing better than all my mates. I'm like, yeah, that's cool. So was I, but it still sucks. Like, you're still comparing to bullshit, right? Would you want to be your mate? No. So don't compare to them. Only compare to someone you'd want to be, and then you're behind them, right? It's a game of understanding you have to be hard. You have to be impossible to kill. That's the game. And why? Because of the reproduction, okay? That, when you get your head around that, and that's something I could talk about for a video for an hour, so I'm not going to go further into the rabbit hole and break it all down, but guys, that will tune your mind to just be rocket fueled with energy every day. You also need to know what habits lead to independent thought, so you can actually think for yourself. First principle thinking, using logic and realism, and not believing the sky is green because someone else says the sky is green, understanding that, no, I see it as blue. How many things in your life do you see a certain way and you truthfully internally know, but you're too scared to fucking go with it because society have said something different? Okay? You have to learn what habits will allow you to do that. I didn't used to be this authentic. Anything that my mind thinks, I will say right now. Okay? And any decision I want to come to, I just come to it by myself. I make decisions ultra fast. Anything I want to invest in myself, literally, I just put a 75k investment into my business last night on something huge which is coming. Because of independent thought. I'm not getting programmed by society and what school says and my fear of failing. Right? It's literally die, right? And by giving your whole life away as a slave, or sacrifice everything to build the life you want. I will sacrifice everything to build the life I want. Okay? And yeah, you work up the ladder. I mean, at the start, I only had a few £100s to invest in myself. I only had like £400 a month I could invest in myself. That was the best coach I could get at the time. All right? It was just on my physique, on my fitness, building me up. But that's where you start anyway. We'll talk about that shortly. But guys, you got to understand what habits. Okay, waking up early, beating yourself up, beating everyone else up. It's a competition, guys. Read. You're not born with the knowledge. No one was. But you've got to go get it. So some of the most successful people to have ever lived in history have written books where you can get all of their habits and blueprints and internal insights into how to do what they've done. And you're just like, oh, I'm too ignorant. I'm just gonna carry on rocking up to my job like a bot. Like, come on, guys. If you're watching this, you're better than that. You know you are. And I've been where you are. I skipped the books, guys. I skipped the early wake-ups. I skipped all of this at one point until I woke the fuck up and realized that no one's going to come and save me. So reading. High performer proximity is another habit you need to instill. You need to be in the rooms with the high performers, with the guys who are where you'd want to be. Right? That doesn't matter. It could be you're watching the YouTube, you're in their courses, you're in their coaching, you're having one-on-one calls with them. It doesn't matter, but you've got to get in proximity to these guys. It's the law of exposure. You will move into them. Whereas right now, if you're just exposed to absolute fucking idiots, no fault of your own, that's just the way society and environment is because that's the way the world's been designed intentionally by them people, you're going to go that way. That's what they want. But you've got to make a conscious effort to get around those people. That's all I do all my time. Invest up, invest up, invest up the ladder. Get dragged up. Just think about it. If you were the first out of 5 people in a circle and the other 4 were all jacked, they were all ripped, they're all making hundreds of thousands a month, you would be the next one. Not even just because of the knowledge and the skills and everything they're going to tell you, which is very important, and one of the big things why everyone who comes into my coaching programs kills it, but also just the law of exposure. Like, you're just now surrounded by everyone on the same mission who is living proof that you can do what you want to do and is living the habits every single day. You just would feel out of alignment to not do that. All right? So high performer proximity is so important. Macros. Hit your macros, and more than just macros, food sources. Having it optimized for exactly what your body needs that week. So important. Training. Building your body up. Also, that's going to help build your mind up. Getting a different relationship with pain. No vices at all. Nothing. Anything you would regret at a later date, whether it's fucking jerking off, whether it's eating processed food, whether it's overeating, whether it's shagging some chick you shouldn't have shagged, whatever, alcohol, don't do it, right? It drags you down. That's the devil fucking side of you, okay? Pulling you away from results. Calendar optimization, getting clear on what's coming up tomorrow. So I have a process that I call plan tomorrow today, and I write everything down, my success list, so my non-negotiable, and then my to-do list. Now, my non-negotiable list, guys, guess what? It's non-negotiable. I think a lot of people need to really check themselves on the definition of non-negotiable. Everyone's like, I've got some non-negotiables. I'm like, how often do you do them? I mean, I did them like 6 times this year. It's not fucking non-negotiable then, guys. Come on. You're better than that. We need you. We need you fucking winning, boys. Knowing the difference between a temporary setback and a real failure. This is so big, and this is one of the biggest reasons school makes it so hard for you to win. I see it every single day, and it burns my fucking head. Okay? People say, I'm a failure. I've failed. They've started a business, right? And they're like, oh, I've not got any clients. Not made any money. Like, bro, duh. Because you've not fucking done anything yet. Like, it doesn't mean you've failed and that's the end of the test and you're out. It means it's a temporary setback. It's how you become, like, every setback is a win. All right. If you have that awareness process we talked about earlier, where you effectively have a process, you are then aware enough to see what went wrong. You then improve on it. You then build pattern recognition. And then that's how you become a pro. And that's how you become the guy that then wouldn't make that mistake in the future. And when you don't make those mistakes in the future, that's when you have everything, because success is subtraction. Okay? So understanding that the only definition of failure is you quit on your purpose, on your goals. So if your goals is you want your own online business, you might not want your own online business. You might want to just work in an online business. There's a lot of great opportunities working in an online business where you do have complete financial location freedom. But everyone should be in an online business. And there's going to be some of you that want your own business, okay? And fucking go smash it. But if that's your goal inside, you want to be the savage running ops. Maybe it's a coaching business. Like my first business, one of my main businesses, Electo One, is a big coaching business. We have a physique and mindset coaching. We've got a business coaching and personal brand coaching, right? If you've got a goal like that and you're not going after it, why the fuck not? Right? You are going to live in an internal state of resent, which is the lowest frequency. And goals can't come on low frequencies. You can't attract anything on a low frequency. You need the habits, and you need to be pursuing your actual mission to be fulfilled. And then you're on the high frequency, and then you get where you want to be. So understanding that the only real failure is not doing what you really desire. Setbacks aren't failures. It's a setback, and it's a growth. It's how you become it. You can't get there without it. It's the best thing ever. I fail hundreds of times every day, I know one would see. How to express your own thoughts fearlessly. Speaking, communicating, having conversations with complete authenticity. It took me a long time to get this to this point. You know? I mean, when I was a 16-year-old kid, I had a lot of thoughts in my head. I've always known from being a kid that I was like, the school system's fucked. What the fuck am I doing here? You know, same with college. I thought, what the fuck am I doing here? I didn't listen. I was like, I knew it was bollocks. I didn't have the balls to tell anybody at the time, but I knew it. The authenticity comes when you become the guy, when you hit the habits, when you take the big bold moves, when you take the perceived risks at the time, when you start the business, when you build your best self a physique, when you actually respect yourself and you know you're extremely competent and capable. Why the fuck would you not speak your mind? I'm like, who the fuck's gonna fucking tell me to shut the fuck up? Okay, like that's what it's about. It's about competence. When I didn't feel as competent, I wouldn't have said my thoughts. I don't know why, and it's crazy, but that's what you're gonna do, guys. Optimize for being authentic. All right, otherwise you're just a bot. You're a slave. Okay. How to make decisions with speed, commit, and go all in. Again, you're gonna get nowhere if you don't know how to make decisions with speed, commit, and go all in. You can get absolutely nowhere. The only difference between you and the guy that has the life you want is you said, I'm not sure if I can do this. I feel like maybe those successful guys have something different about them. And he just said, yeah, fuck it, I'm all in. Did it. Right? So it's like you choose the life to carry on being a little pussy, or you fucking make it happen. Guys, get a grip. You know, the guys you might look at now, like me, for example, I weren't this guy when I started. I was a little soft motherfucker who just had a big goal and decided to say, fuck it. I'm not going to be a slave. I'm going to do whatever it takes. And then over time, after setback after setback and improvement after setback and improvement, only now I become this guy. And guys, like I said, I always say, I've got the humility to say, I'm not 1% of who I'll become. Not 1%. But I definitely was not this. So stop looking at who and how they act when they are where they are. They've developed themselves by actually taking the risk to get there. Okay? Understanding your mind only sees the external based on your internal. So the way you see the world is based on your internal. People say, oh, there's not much money in the world. Like, it's hard to come by. No, it's fucking not. That's because your internal's fucked. Sort it out. Get around people who have that mindset, who can fix it, who will fix you the fuck up. Yeah, that's all you've got to do, guys. I think that's my steak delivery. The missus can grab it. Okay, guys. So I'm going to show you what you guys need to do to escape. All right. Phase 1. This is actually aligned with the 2 programs I have in my coaching business as well, because it's just the fundamentals of how to become successful. That's all I coach. I don't want to we don't coach anything unless it's essential to succeed. Phase 1 is mind, body, and habits, i.e., how to become the guy that creates independent thought, that can trust his conscience and say, you know what, I want to start the business. You know what, I want to move to Dubai. You know what, I'm going to do this. You can't, if you're not doing that right now, it's because you've not done phase 1. I'm not even going to give it the disrespect and call it the basics. It's the foundations. Has to be there. You can't build anything else if you don't have this. So you got to build your best self physically, i.e., build the muscle mass, get rid of the fucking excess body fat, get down to 8 to 10% year round, be a performer, respect yourself, and gain respect from others. Fundamental as a guy. Bring it back to biological needs again, guys. You need a bulletproof mindset. Understand how the world really works and have an armor of resilience. And then you need to solidify your foundation habits. The early wake-ups, the reading, the high performer proximity, macros, training, no vices, organization, and clarity. All right, that's exactly what I teach in my VIP. We build people into absolute savages. Let me actually just pull up some of the images, guys. They're actually ridiculous. Shit like this. You just answer this for yourself, guys. Do you think these guys can think independently? Just tell me, do you think these guys can now think for themselves? Do you think these guys now listen to society norms? Shut the fuck up. No, they fucking don't, right? Phase 1, mind, body, habits, becoming a savage. Phase 2, then it's creating freedom. Building and leveraging a personal brand, building an online business. Okay, the first business you should build is a service-based business. Okay, after that, yeah, maybe then you want to make a product business, you want to do whatever. But to start with, guys, at least until your first, it's going to sound like big numbers, but until your first 50K months, don't even look at products. In my personal opinion, I would just go all service-based, so i.e. transacting value and understanding how to do that. So using the biggest lever on the planet, i.e. social media, the internet, to share value and increase your wealth and change lives by following your purpose, being fulfilled, which is actually the highest frequency you can operate from, which is self-transcendence. Build your personal brand, build your online business, like I just said, escape the system, become a master of lifestyle design. We've even got a little cheeky E on the back of that by mistake, but understand how to then build your life. That's my phase 2. That's my CEO. We build people massive fucking businesses, okay? We build their personal brands to help their current business, or we help them build a coaching business, a service transaction business, right? Or both at the same time. But that's what you got to do, guys. You can obviously go away and you can do these yourself, but this is how you're going to escape. Or obviously, if you want help, you are committed. We only work with committed guys who are like, I'm 100% in. Tom, I promise I'm not a pussy. I'm only going to work with you if you're that guy. I don't care about where you are in life right now. I just need commitment. If you are committed, I will put a link below so you can apply for phase 1, phase 2. I can send you over some further details and we can see for a fit. On the other hand, guys, I'll put my free self-mastery masterclass below and I'll show you how to do exactly that. I'll show you how to build your best body, mind, habits, and escape the system with your coaching business. So check it out, guys. The committed guys who are already all in, committed, I'll put a link below. And if you just want to learn even more on how to do it, masterclass. See you there, boys. Let's go. Make sure you fucking kill it. Don't let me down.